young people are the only one that is advocating for the left. And then, when they get older, everyone turns a little bit right.
That's crazy. It's almost like the more money you have, the more you become selfish about it and want to make sure that you have, have protectionist attitude about the remaining dollars that you have, not fully comprehending that a world where there is a greater distribution of wealth would be a world that is better overall for everybody.
That's just life. In the beginning, you're stupid and brainwashed, and then you get older, and then you see how the world works. Just wait.
Yeah. No, you get chewed up. You know what I think the irony is about this take? I think it's the exact opposite. I think when you are pure and you haven't been tainted by the long dick of capitalism, when capitalist dogma hasn't fully set in, that's when you unironically have the hopeful, optimistic outlook of a better future and a greater distribution of wealth. That's why younger people, I think, dare to dream about a better future that is possible. But the older they get and the more they actually end up making money, and the more that like capitalist dogma actually sets in, you become more reactionary, you become more right-wing, you become more of a fan of lower taxes and whatnot. You want to kick the ladder down. You're like, I climbed up it and it was really hard. It was harder for me than it was for the generation before me. And now everybody else, I got mine. I want to make sure that I keep it. And I think that's what ends up happening. That's why young people are optimistic. That's why young people are often closer to the left or have leftist values. It's not brainwashing that works. You know what I mean? But Knut's take is super cold. I mean, this is a take that I've heard a million times over. Everybody says that. Yeah, I don't know. This is not like a drama take. Painted by the long dig of capitalism, I'm appropriating that. Yeah, I think like the system chews you and spits you out. And by the time you're older, you have a little bit of crumbs. You've actually been able to secure just a little bit of the crumbs. And now you're like, all right, I need to hold on to this as much as possible. I need to make sure that I can hold on to this. But the worse things get, I think, for people, the more those contradictions are impossible to ignore, and the more like older people are even recognizing the realities of capitalism. But yeah, there isn't exactly a super viable method of like brainwashing the youth into socialism. But are they all watching me? I have less viewers than fucking XQC has. You know what I mean? Who's out there brainwashing people into socialism? Except for me, I guess. I wish that was the case. Why is Gen Z sex regressive? Gen Z is sex negative because millennials were too sex positive, I think. It's a pendulum. The Tumblr era millennials went too sex positive. Then the Me Too era happened also simultaneously. And I think like people that grew up on an internet where there was like readily accessible porn, whose brains were fucking broken by that reality, who didn't know how to like navigate that space, probably suffered some of the negative consequences or saw other people suffer the negative consequences of having uninterrupted access to 24/7 porn and like really weird shit too, without any sort of supervision or any sort of like any sort of guidance whatsoever. Ended up becoming super brain broken about sex. But I do think that it's like sex positivity went to a degree where like people were basically, I don't know, people were basically just like wearing their kinks on their sleeve as though it's a part of their identity almost. I think that's kind of where it came from. I mean, it's a multifaceted problem. I'm just saying it's one of the ones that I think is one of the reasons. You can just say Wattpad Lamau. Well, anyone can have sex, but most people can't hold conversation. Sorry for throwing up when I found naked girls on your phone. That wasn't very chill. I look at other girls' ass with him, girlfriend of me. Wait, what? Okay, this is also not sex negative. This is just like her throwing up is weird. But also, why does he have naked girls' photos on his phone? Dude, you know what's funny? Every time I watch a fucking TikTok, I immediately despise both sides of the argument. I'm not even like a centrist. Because like, I'm not even saying like, oh, I see the argument on both sides. I'm like, no, I despise everyone involved in the story. It's so strange. I've never had this kind of reaction on any other medium ever. is everyone cringy, or am I the one who's like fucking brain broken and too old? I don't know. Every time I look at a TikTok, I'm like, everyone in the story fucking sucks. I hate them both. It's like throwing up is a ridiculous reaction, but also like the other person having naked girls on his phone, if they're in a fucking relationship, is also like kind of wild. You know what I mean? Like, why is he getting nudes? The fuck? Unless she means like this person was looking at porn or something on their phone, in which case like she's being ridiculous. Anyway. It's because you're 30 and you're witnessing young 20s children being cringe on the internet? Yeah, I think so. But the reality is 20-year-olds do, and even younger children dominate the internet. They set the trends. So then, like, their cringe is actually what is supposedly what is popping until they also become the millennials. And then the next generation looks at them like Gen Z looks at us and goes, you guys are fucking cringe. And we're hella cringe. Let's be real. What's your take on men in a relationship following IG models after the girlfriend expressed uncomfortableness? I mean, I don't know. Fucking follow male IG models then back. You know what I mean? Everybody follows like hot people on Instagram. That's crazy. I follow so many hot models on Instagram. Some of which I know, some of which I might have hooked up with, some of which I do not know, and I still follow them. And that's the other thing. Like sometimes if I see here's the other part. If I see like a hot girl and I like the photo, and then you guys are like, bro, I can't believe like you liked the photo of a hot girl. I'm like, yeah, I liked it. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I guess I'm old. Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time I look at a TikTok, I'm just a hater, and I hate how TikTok has ruined my generation into being mentally ill 24/7. No, man, it's not just TikTok. It's capitalism and TikTok and everything else that has ruined this generation and turned this generation into a bunch of fucking mentally ill infants. I've been on Twitch not saying anything about Kai and Bruce.
No
Wait, what?
No shout-outs for Kai. No shout-outs for your rage. No shout-outs for Bruce. Maybe it's because they all stream at night and all the Twitch staff is asleep, and so they're always.
Bro. Remember, Asmongold is quite literally, despite the way he looks, despite his aesthetics, and you guys might fucking get mad at what I'm about to say, Asmongold is a team owner, a team that is co-owned by like more black people than most other teams. Okay, don't judge a book by its cover, folks. Technically, OTK, I think Bruce is one of the, like I said, there's like, just like Black Twitter, there's Black Twitch, okay? And it's growing, and it's fucking awesome. It is super hype. I love it, okay? It went from like just being on a different corner and just having like, you know, 2K Twitch to GTRP Twitch to like actually forming a fully fledged, just chatting focused Black Twitch right now. And, you know, part of that is, like, Bruce is one of the people, Your Rage, Kai, these are people, Aiden Ross even, are absolutely, like, we call it the W community, jokingly, or at least they call themselves W community jokingly. And as usual, a white man is on top of it. Yes, that's true. That is true. But it's no longer the case. Dante, yes. Now you literally have Kai Cenat hitting 60K on average, dude. He's hitting literally fucking XQC numbers like every night. It's wonderful to see. So I don't even think Aiden Ross is at the top of it anymore. Yeah, Kai is literally becoming like Zoomer. Like Kai is becoming XQC for black Zoomers. Popping off. Straight up. But yeah, I love that. I've been looking for ways. I've been looking for ways of trying to, I don't know, collaborate, make content with some of the W streamers and, you know, figure it out. But their fan base is white, but the creators are black. You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. W community hates you, Hasan. I mean, no, they don't. And you're also absolutely wrong. You're not right. You're so wrong. Dude, the amount of the Aiden Ross Disney World stream, yeah, they went to Disney World. Every single person that I play basketball with that's under the age of like 25 is literally a W streamer fan. Every single black kid that I play basketball with, W streamer fan. Yes, it's absolutely anecdotal. It's absolutely anecdotal, but they're literally all. And I ask him, I'm like, what about your classmates, shit like that? Who do they like? Because I ask all the time whenever I'm out and about. If I'm out in public, I'm doing market research. But no, the W streaming community absolutely has a very sizable and new young black audience. Okay, you're wrong. I also used to think that it was just like mostly white kids, and that's not the case. You must be fun at parties. Bitch, I'm not at fucking parties asking this shit. I'm not at... If I was at parties with 16-year-olds, that would be weird. I'm talking about fucking playing basketball, okay? Motherfucker said parties. Yeah, I should be... What do you think? I'm fucking Dane Cook? My humble boss. My first job, and still the same great burger. Happy Sunday. Cringe. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say about Jeff Bezos eating a McDonald's, because my man's on TRT. He's on HGH. Like, he can eat whatever the fuck he wants. He's still going to be the most jacked. Out of all the billionaires, it's like him and Richard Branson that are the most in shape. And, he's just going to keep being, like, in the top billionaire. I'm not talking about broke boy billionaires like LeBron, obviously. Or like Cristiano Ronaldo or some shit. But, yeah. That's where we're at. He looks like, what? Elon Musk is in shape too? It's just a keg shape? No, we're not saying like a shape. We're saying in shape. Like very specifically. He looks like that meme with the kid next to a girl in the class with his veins just bulging out of his neck. Oh, yeah, that's true. He's just a dude eating a burger while fucking labor with an anti-union shirt. I don't really have anything to say about this other than like, I guess this type of posting, like, these guys are so incredibly out of touch and so, like, they have been deified. You know what I mean? Like, to such a degree that, like, you can't really, with the exception of, like, Warren Buffett, who's, like, weird in a different way, you can't really try to be like, how do you do, fellow poors? Like, I'm just like you at his stage. You know what I mean? Bro, you're fucking Jeff Bezos. Like, who gives a shit if you're eating chicken McNuggets? You know what I mean? You're literally Jeff Bezos. You melt the poor. The funniest part about this, of course, is that, like, he's just like myself, ate the food before he could take a photo. Every time I want to take a photo of my food, I forget to take a photo of my food because I eat it immediately. As soon as, like, food is in front of me, I scarf it down and I'm like, fuck. And then, I'll take, like, a half-bit photo. Sometimes if I can control myself. So I guess that's the most, like, human part of this. He's a man of the working class. Look at him eat that McDonald's. He munches on that burger. Yeah, always. He hired someone to eat the McDonald's trash. Jeff eating the burger like, something about this tastes off. Where's the human meat? Yeah. Somebody else ate it. He just stepped in for the photo. No, dude, what the fuck do you mean? Everybody likes McDonald's. It's not like a thing. Like, there's no like level of fucking wealth that you arrive at where you're like, oh, I'm not gonna have McDonald's. Like, you're ridiculous. It's like top 40 music, okay? It is scientifically concocted to make people taste it with their tongue and go, yummy, yum, yum, in my tummy, okay? There's no shame in admitting that. It's literally chemically created by scientists to be appealing. Except for Burger King, which is disgusting and no one should eat it. And oh my God, I cannot comprehend why people eat it. McDonald's tastes ugly hot. Fair. If I was rich, you could not pay me to eat McDonald's. Like, every now and then, it's like, you probably are like, yeah, let me remind myself what McDonald's used to taste like. Apparently BK is good in other countries, but y'all are wild. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think Burger King is nasty. Your hatred for BK proves you hold disdain for the working class. Motherfucker, when McDonald's used to have $5 two Big Macs, like back in the day, when I was a brokey, I would literally eat 2 Big Macs. I would take the fucking bread out and make like a super Big Mac and eat that. Really surprisingly decent macronutrient breakdown if you just have a Big Mac. It's better than you would think. I'm not like LARPing. I'm not like, saying McDonald's is good or anything. But considering how, fat we are as Americans and how much we like point the finger at blame at McDonald's for that reality, because it's kind of like the face of like, the AmeriFat movement. You would be surprised with the macronutrient breakdown of a Big Mac. I think it's like 560 calories or something. Obviously, it's just like loaded with the worst kind of chemicals and shit. And so sodium dense. But yeah, the worst part about the McDonald's food is probably the fries, even though they're delicious. Like I'm saying, the worst L you're taking when you eat at McDonald's is from the fries, possibly the sauces if you're dipping it in some shit, you know what I mean? And also on top of that, the soda, if you're getting like not a diet, but a regular sugar soda, that shit will that really puts a lot of calories onto your meal. The fries are an entire meal's worth of calories, yeah. French fries, unfortunately, are so fucking bad for you, even though they're so delicious. It's just fat and carbs, but god damn, it tastes fucking dank. So good. Anyway, I'm not a big fry guy, though. Out of all of the... wait, are you balding? Yes. I'm balding. As you can see, pretty hard. It's crazy. No hair whatsoever on the top of my head. Look at that. Devastating. It's really bad, guys. Trump's family dunks on DeSantis. You're stealing our bit. Donald Trump says the Florida governor is mirroring the former president right down to the hand gestures. Drama! It's true. I can't believe they're fucking literally saying that.
Anybody here would do.
Finally, they're fucking... Oh, dude, this is great. Okay, I love that. Okay. Anyway,